I looked for all the important stuff, like shopping, clubbing, nightlife, food, hanging out. Welcome to Singapore.
Welcome to No Boys Allowed.
What was that?
Just taking a nice deep
Can
breath.
you tell me what that was?
I'm taking a nice deep breath.
Do you like to
Welcome.
debrief?
Yep.
Debrief? Oh my
Welcome
God.
to No Boys Allowed, a show where we talk about misogyny in women and music, and it's gotten more broad, my definition of the show, every day, and yet I still remind everybody
But
what
we
it's
find a way
supposed
to.
to be about.
I think we find a way to tie it back.
Yeah, one second.
Usually.
I gotta reintroduce the show.
Okay.
Welcome to... One second, let me turn it down. Welcome to No Boys Allowed. Yes! Okay, what's your name?
Today and every day
Uh-huh.
and evermore,
Yeah.
my name is Raven Simone.
Bazinga.
Woo, okay. I
I'm
played a
gonna throw
Bazinga
up.
on air. You actually can't play Bazinga on air. It's a violation of the FCC.
It's good. I hope your show gets terminated for you doing that to me.
And my name is Jem Miller. I'm using the Sans voice. I hope everybody who was listening has played Undertale before.
I hope you haven't.
This is what I hear when you talk. Everybody play Undertale.
Or don't.
I can't
I won't tell you what to
actually
do.
tell you what to do. It's
I won't
actually an
tell you what to
FCC violation.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody
That's why
play
I'm not
Undertale is not the.
program
It's not. I feel like everybody play Undertale is not the same thing as like everybody go out and buy this thing right now.
I'm having fun, Erica. That's why I have a soundboard. Thank you for tuning in, by the way.
I love when the callouts are live on air.
I love when people tune in live. Speaking
I
of
do too.
tuning
Tune in live,
live,
or I'll be mad about it.
today, can I tell the people what's on the plate
Oh yeah, I love a plate.
for a nice, tasty
My mom
meal
got new
of...
plates yesterday. They were very cute.
My mom got new plates too.
Oh my God!
It was Fiesta wear.
Did your mom go to IKEA?
It was no, she was Fiesta wear. She went to Macy's.
Oh.
Shout out Fiesta wear. I love Fiesta wear.
My
It's
mom
beautiful.
went to IKEA, and the little plates have little birds on them.
That's wonderful.
They're very nice.
I think birds are beautiful creatures.
I think birds are fierce.
Birds are fierce.
Birds are fierce.
So here's what's on the plate today. I want to talk about, we have music news as always. Then people sent me and Justin their Spotify Wrapped and or Apple Music. What are they called?
Replays. They're called replays.
That's boring.
It is boring.
It is a Lady Gaga song though. Replay.
I don't know what to do.
You don't know what
No,
to
I just don't know
say.
what to do.
Oh, okay.
I always know
I
what to
also
say.
don't know what to say.
I always know what to say.
Okay. And then so this is part 1 of year-end lists.
Woo, 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 woo. We don't get to meet
whoa, whoa.
multiple times a week, so this is instead of the
Oh.
Fantano core list week. This is list month. I guess.
This is list 2 weeks.
List period.
List 2 weeks. This is list 2 weeks. Kill. That's because I'm going to kill Anthony Fantano.
Yay!
I love how at the beginning of every show I use the soundboard excessively and then I stop.
And then we forget that we have it, and then we have to
Not
use it a lot at
today.
the end.
Not today.
Oh.
Not today. I'm going to make it as incorporated as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, plate.
Okay, let's move on.
So let me describe the year-end lists. We're going to talk about Pitchfork first.
Okay.
And then it's polar opposite Rolling Stone.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm probably going to look at Billboard if we have time, but if not, I'll
Okay.
talk about that next week.
But we're doing Spotify stuff first, or?
Well, first thing, music news.
All right, yeah.
Where's the news sound effect? This is the news. Oh, it's too loud. I'm sorry.
It's always too loud.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Anyway, that was
I think
news.
whoever uploaded
I'm gonna
it just
play
has
it again,
no.
but quieter.
That wasn't that much quieter.
It was significantly quieter.
I think that whoever uploaded this sound, this like little sound effect,
How about this?
has no. That's a lot quieter.
You wanted it quieter. I gave you.
But
what you
that was.
asked
This
for.
is too quiet.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yes, I'm the choosiest beggar in town. I think whoever uploaded the sound effect has no consideration for what we need and what we
They
do
don't know
here
what,
at the
they,
show.
They don't know about news.
They better learn about the
I
news.
need you to say your music news because I don't care about it.
Listener,
So say your music news.
I just want everyone to know that in the studio I just turned away from Jem because I'm facing camera 1 instead of camera 3. I'm now hitting my
Hurry
sack
up and
of.
say your news.
I'm correcting my stack of papers against the desk as I announced to you my 2 pieces of music news that Jem doesn't care about, but I care a lot about. First piece of music news: Drake rescinded his Grammy nominations. He
I
doesn't
do
care.
about that. I do think that's interesting.
Did you know that Drake has only won, I think, 2 Grammys ever?
Wild.
And none of them have been in the general categories. I don't think he's ever been nominated in the general categories. It's really weird. I think it's very strange, especially
Yeah.
like I don't care about Drake or care for his music,
don't
but I think
either.
considering how big of an artist Drake
Yeah.
is, it's really, really weird that he's
If
never.
Justin Bieber can be up there with the worst song you've ever heard, Drake can be up there with the most boring
Can you
song
believe
you've
like
ever
Hotline
heard.
Bling wasn't nominated for like Song or Record of the Year?
know.
That's insane to me.
That is insane.
insane
Or the
because
other
it was-
one. What's the other one that's popular?
God's Plan. He
There's
said,
a-
"Do you love me?" That one?
Yeah, I only love my mom.
Yeah, that also never
And
was
my
nominated
mom.
for anything,
I'm
which is so
sorry.
crazy to me.
I've never heard that song all the way through.
I don't think anybody needs to.
Okay.
It's not very interesting.
No.
Yeah, but I think that's very strange and bizarre, and I'm kind of shocked that happened. But I mean, I'm not shocked that he rescinded his nominations because, I mean, you know, a lot of artists these days are feeling very disrespected by the Grammys.
Yeah, true.
And as a result are, like, taking direct action about that, and I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
It
It's
is
not,
cool.
you know, you're stopping short of putting your Grammy on a toilet and peeing on it, and
Yeah.
that's, you know, that's the
something else.
ultimate. That's the ultimate act. But you know,
Yeah, it
we'll
is.
start with rescinding your nominations.
Yeah, we'll
That's
start
pretty
with
cool.
that, and then we'll work our way back.
Other artists who are a lot less interesting have complained about the Grammys. Of course, Machine Gun Kelly was like, "I was nominated for a Grammy. It's
Yeah,
okay
and
because
there was a reason.
it's okay because a fan voted award is so much better than an industry voted." It's like you
Okay.
would be like presenting your whole to the Grammys if you
Okay.
got nominated for anything. So I
He
don't
would be
believe
so-
you.
yeah.
He's such a loser.
I don't care for him.
Yeah, but that's really, I think, the only big
Do you
Grammy.
want to talk about SZA?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay,
So
talk about
SZA released, if those of you who are in the know,
That was too loud.
God,
again.
that was loud.
SZA.
SZA,
You know, I'm just gonna scare you with him. I'm gonna make him
Don't
jump,
do that.
jump
I hate
scares.
you.
I'm just kidding.
SZA released the song "I Hate You," which has been going pretty viral on TikTok. It's news in the sense that I find it very interesting that this, coupled with Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version coming out after that became a trend. I find it very interesting that TikTok is more and more increasingly, like, not just now releasing what becomes popular, but like altering release schedules. It's one thing to have Taylor hop on a trend as she gets on TikTok, you know, because it's lucrative and Taylor's a good businesswoman. I genuinely believe that we were not supposed to hear the song I Hate You outside of, like, you know, a SoundCloud demo. So for it to come out in its entirety for streaming and already be, at least on Apple Music, already be one of SZA's most streams, like most popular songs on Apple Music, was very very surprising to me, I would say. And I think it's a very interesting trend of things to come, and it's okay. I only care a little bit because I'm leaving TikTok this year, so it's fine.
Yeah, you should.
That
Is it the
was
end of your news?
I think that was all of my news.
That's the end of news. End of news?
That was all of my news today.
I'm not supposed to do that, but I did do
But you
that.
did it anyway.
Yeah, because I'm edgy.
You're crazy.
Um,
You're crazy.
This is my news now. I'm gonna use a different. Oh, thank you for sharing your. By the way,
You're
that's-
so welcome. Wow.
I told you I'm gonna try and incorporate this.
And boy, did you.
So here's my news. Here's my news. What's gonna be my news sound? Thank you. It's my news. It's my turn. So I watched 2 episodes. Are they even episodes? Get Back is the new Beatles thing on Disney Plus by
Disney
Lord of the
Plus.
Ring man.
Yeah.
Directed them.
Yeah.
And fun fact about me is I actually care a lot about the Beatles
heard.
because I grew
So
up.
I've heard.
This is for the audience. Hi, audience. This is just for you. Look me in the eyes right now. Look at me. Look at me. Here's my story. When I was a kid, I listened to maybe 3+ years of my life, pretty much only the Beatles.
Mhm.
I don't know why, because my parents don't care that much about the Beatles. Definitely not my mom. And my dad likes them but thinks they're overrated. So I don't really know where this came from. It just occurred. And so I have like an immense amount of Beatles knowledge that I've held on from when I was a child. And I care for them a lot. And I might as well say, I'm going to talk about the quality of this, and then I'm going to address the John Lennon issue.
Oh, sure.
Because I do feel like I have to talk about it. This is a 6+ hour long documentary that nobody will care about unless you already like the Beatles.
Right.
It's very interesting. It looks like you're watching a bunch of dead people being alive, which is what this is.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting if you care about the Beatles. If you don't care about the Beatles, then you won't care. So watch it if you care about the Beatles. It is incredibly interesting, and super crazy to see that they really weren't fighting. They were just dudes hanging out, being buds,
Dudes being
just
bros.
like bickering.
Do you think that
Sometimes.
there would have been more fighting if this was like documenting Abbey Road, or by that point would they also not have
No,
been
they
okay.
broke up pretty soon after this because
Okay.
this is '69. They break up in '70.
But I thought Abbey Road was the last thing they did.
No, well, Abbey Road's the last album they release while they're still together. 70,
Okay.
Let It Be is their last album, but it comes out after they've already broken up.
I thought they released it before. They recorded it before that, though.
It's about the same time.
Okay. Okay, cool.
About the same time.
Cool.
Vaguely.
Thank you for explaining that
Not
to me.
super consistent.
'Cause
But
I
in this
didn't know.
documentary, it shows them working on like Maxwell Silverhammer alongside like speed writing all these Let It Be songs.
Do I know about Maxwell Silverhammer?
It's on Abbey Road, you silly goose.
I listened to it once.
It's great.
I
love
like
Abbey
it.
Road.
I like it.
And I think it's really interesting, and I think people are going to think it's bloated if they don't care, but if you're a Beatles fan and you're interested in the personalities of these people,
counts.
I definitely feel that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes, definitely I don't need to see them rehearse the same song multiple times.
Sure.
But that's not like a bigger... I'd say the last few moments of the second episode go on too long.
Okay.
But that's pretty much all I feel. I didn't finish the third one because I haven't
You
had
hear
time.
that
I'm a
second
busy
episode?
boy.
You hear that second episode?
Hear that second episode?
Do better.
There's also some really interesting stuff in the second one.
Okay.
So I'd watch that, and now I'm going to take this moment to talk about John Lennon.
Okay.
Because I talked to you about this personally.
Yes, you did.
I know quite a bit about John Lennon. Not a lot, because there's a lot of information about him. He's like a crazy, weird freak. Yeah. And oh my God, unrelated. Erica wants to know if you heard about the people who got stuck in IKEA overnight.
I reblogged this. Yes, I did hear about this. I reblogged this on Tumblr. It was a Denmark IKEA. They got stuck in an IKEA all night. And they had a little sleepover. Apparently, it was the most fun.
I wish that was me.
I wish that were me.
Thank you for sharing,
wish
Erica.
that
Sorry
were
I
me.
missed that text.
Sorry, I missed that Denmark.
Sorry I missed being stuck
Hey,
in the
Denmark.
IKEA
Sorry we
overnight.
missed it. We were too busy.
It's so funny that we interrupted a very serious conversation I was about to have. Wouldn't it be fun to be in an IKEA overnight?
Yes, it would be.
It would be so fun to be in. I want to play hide and seek in an IKEA.
There are a lot of things
That's
I
my
want to do in
dream.
an IKEA.
Oh, I want to do all sorts of things in the IKEA.
I want to do a lot.
John Lennon. I want to talk about John Lennon.
Okay.
Because there's kind of been it's like this weird...
It's a cyclical discourse, you know. It happens every time the Beatles come back into even moderately come back into public consciousness, and
but now on TikTok, I noticed it every few days, there'd be the same conversation about John Lennon.
right.
And it was I'm kind of stuck in the middle because I like the Beatles, but I'm not one of these middle-aged Beatles fan who's willing to excuse any bad thing that happens.
To pretend that it didn't happen or that it didn't matter.
But so John Lennon, here's the truth about John Lennon, because there's lots of things that are just made up that get added onto a
Or
story.
otherwise over-exaggerated.
Yes. And here's what happened. John Lennon has had a relationship with a lady named Cynthia.
Yes.
Towards the beginning of the Beatles, and they were just doing sex to each other pretty frequently.
Yes.
And then he knocked her up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, guess I have to get married and have a child. And so he was stuck in this relationship with her. Not to say that, by the way, when I'm saying stuck in a relationship with him, this was from his own choice, obviously.
Sure.
He chose to marry her.
Right.
He
He committed himself to a relationship he didn't care for
Yes.
with a woman he wasn't particularly invested in.
Yes. And so he did not treat her well emotionally.
Right.
And then documented and told there is only one time that Cynthia herself said that she was hit by him. It was she was dancing with one of his friends and he got jealous and hit her, which is very gross.
Yeah, it's awful.
Very gross.
Terrible.
And then his first son, Julian, he just pretty much neglected.
Yeah.
And Hey Jude is kind of Paul McCartney's... It almost seems like a plea by Paul McCartney to care about... To say,
Please
John,
care
care
about
about
this
this kid. So Julian Lennon, who seems... he's a grown guy now. He's probably in his 50s.
Yeah, an adult man.
Yeah. He was just kind of neglected as a kid and didn't really have a father
Right.
figure. So that was Paul McCartney's being he
so
was kind of a father figure.
It's almost as if, John Lennon, not a great dad.
No, not a good person.
Not a great partner.
He ended up leaving Cynthia Lennon
For
Yoko.
Yoko. And I think I remember listening to a podcast about Yoko and John's relationship, and it's implied that he did essentially cheat on Cynthia
Yeah.
with Yoko
Yeah.
a lot.
Because, he was still married.
And
so...
and it was not just physically, also emotionally.
Yeah.
It was really
it was
bad.
very... obviously emotionally.
Real gross.
It
real
was
gross.
just he just did not treat this woman well.
No.
Seemingly at any point.
And, yeah.
So I find this very, very bad.
Yeah.
It's, unfortunately a very common thing that, men do to women, and I don't... Or people do in relationships as a whole.
Just
And it's very
straight up
telling.
emotional abuse, yeah.
And I find it very disgusting. But here's something that bothers me. And this is people who don't like John Lennon or use their dislike of what John Lennon did as an excuse to diss the Beatles. Which, you don't have to like the Beatles, and you can be cynical about the fact that they're, really popular.
Right.
But people have made up, straight up, lies or exaggerations about the bad things John Lennon did. And this bothers me for one reason. And that is... by doing this, you're minimizing how bad what he already did was. because you're trying to make it seem worse, but what he did is already unacceptable. So it seems like a dismissal.
Can I tie this into
Doesn't
something?
it?
Can I tie this into something else actually?
Sure.
To kind of go along with what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of discourse about Ariana Grande right now because Ariana Grande has decided to stop being black and has decided to start being Asian.
Yeah.
And something that Kat has been telling me about, because I think Kat's seeing this more often on Tumblr than I am.
I have not. I've seen this once on.
Apparently, she's seeing it more than I am. Is what I'm getting at. A lot of people will be like, "Ugh, she's racist and she can't even sing," and it's like, you guys, you are trying to tie this very serious conversation accusation into then also like dissing something you already seem to not like.
Yeah.
And therefore, you are trivializing the big thing by like having it be an afterthought with the insult to the thing you don't like.
Exactly.
So like when you say, "Oh, the Beatles music sucks," also didn't John Lennon beat his wife? It's like it's so dismissive of the big issue in service of the little issue, which is that you don't like the Beatles very much.
Yeah, and I find it like honestly disgusting because it's kind of this. You're using like this person who did really gross things to his kid and his ex-wife, and like just was this like emotionally neglectful person. Also, like, using it kind of as... This has also bothered me a lot, is using it as a gotcha to fans who like the Beatles.
That too.
Because here's a fun fact. John Lennon
knew
that he did this. He later apologized to... apologized to Cynthia for it after he hit her. He wrote about it in a very... On Sgt. Pepper, like one of the most popular Beatles albums.
Very striking, and it's a very known, striking line.
It is so incredibly obvious.
Striking.
People use it as a gotcha. Again, me saying that he apologized and wrote about it does not excuse this by any means. And me saying that is just solely to
it's
be
like it's not
clear
that it's
people
not
are using it as this.
It's not like people don't know.
Yeah,
people
know.
are aware.
It's
people are
very
aware.
well known.
Yes.
You know what's not well known?
What's not well known?
My favorite fun fact about John Lennon is that there's a leaked audio of him saying that he would have slept with his mother. He wanted to sleep with his mother.
I thought that was also kind of well known.
It's less known.
That's true.
People I don't hear it talked about enough.
Yeah, I hear it come up.
Funny.
I hear it come up sometimes when
I'm
people
not offended by it,
I hear it in concert when people want to talk about how much of a freak he is.
He's just like a freak, and this is not to say that he's not done good things before and grew, but there's always you have to keep it in the back of your head. As he attempted to grow from these things, he still seemed like he never really embraced Julian, which is also the thing that bothers me the most.
And kind of was a makeup dad for Sean Ono, which is it's not great, I guess.
Like, good that you were better to your second son, but still you can't doesn't forgive what you did. But my point is, it's also like you're using this to prove some silly opinion that you have that you don't like the Beatles.
It's in service of something that is so much stupider.
But also, even if you are genuinely upset, trying to exaggerate, you're minimizing issues that are already big. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah. So it's just making, when you're making it seem worse than it is, or quote unquote worse. Like if I was if I was Julian Lennon, I'd feel horrible because you're kind of belittling the things that already happened to me and saying that it's not offensive enough.
Right. It's that concept from that ContraPoints video about like catastrophizing something that is already really bad. Like the idea of abstracting from a real issue to make it as bad as possible to justify not treating the person like a person and more just like an icon of something bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's really lame
true.
and unfortunate.
And it's so funny that people just don't even realize it. It's
and you
gross.
you don't care about the thing you act like you care about. You do not care.
You don't.
You don't care about John Lennon's now very dead wife, and John Lennon himself is very, very dead. You don't
Even
really care
more
about
dead.
you don't care about his alive son.
Yeah.
You don't care about any of that stuff. You just want to like prove to everybody how bad, how cool you are for not liking.
Here's
the
conversation about misogyny. People are in turn taking it. I mean, people love to take everything out on Yoko Ono.
Everything.
Literally everything. But even the people who don't like John Lennon are kind of blaming, Yoko Ono by association.
Yeah.
And like, sure, like that some of the art they did, like
their relationship is complicated. Mm-hmm. They have some art that is not. They have music together that is perhaps very. It's pre-intersectional. Like a widespread understanding of like the concept of intersectionality and like the consciousness around that concept. So like of course, the equation of perhaps let's say one marginalized group globally with the experience of a different marginalized group in America.
We're talking about, by the way.
We're talking about the song "Woman is the N-word of the world."
Yes.
That's what it is. Yes, the song is called the N-word of the world. Hard R. It's really bad.
It's
bad that
so
it exists, but also, again, people use that.
It's almost like parody, isn't it? It's so funny.
But people use that, again, people use this as like, well, the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles as a whole.
First of all, it's always assigned to the Beatles as a whole, but then also Yoko. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Also Bjork sometimes, just because Bjork said the title of it once in the 90s.
Oh my god.
Bjork just said the title once, and then now Bjork is racist forever. Because, again, these people do not actually care about these issues. They just want to, it's a gotcha. It's just so reductive. It's so nakedly reductive and trivializing.
Yeah. I mean, I
like
don't,
very real conversations and like attempts.
I personally just know less about Yoko and John. I know some because when I was a kid, like, honestly, listen, respectfully to every single member of the Beatles, they all were just better as a collective. All of them.
Okay, sure.
Not a single, like, I think Paul McCartney was the best as a whole because I just think he's, got a good sense of melody and can write. And he does, like, when he does something really weird and avant-garde, it's very funny to watch. Yeah. It's very fun. It's temporary secretary. We all know.
But,
we all know. But so anyway, the point is I don't care that much about
the intentionality behind the song, and I haven't listened to it, right? But the intentionality behind it, and a lot of John and Yoko's art and
I've read the
artwork,
lyrics.
it's very clearly meant to be hippy dippy, lefty before the 70s and like early 80s, late 70s type stuff, right? And I think that trying to judge that song through the lens of a contemporary, like the contemporary mindset, is not correct. I understand obviously I'm not, because I'm also not comfortable with it, and I totally understand not being comfortable with it. But the idea of like saying that this is just as bad or like as bad now, because everybody would have understood that it was bad then, it's like, I don't know. I think it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more.
I've not looked into the reactions of this song at the time.
People, I think, from what I saw, people objected to it on shock value, but not because like. And again, like this is again reflective of the time, not necessarily because they cared about the use of the N-word.
That makes sense.
But like, or like not because of like what that meant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
So I do think that's
it's very complicated.
It's very complicated. That's not. Yeah, I just don't. I know less about their like weird. I know like people criticize, obviously the fact that he was like rich and then making all these like commentaries about, but also peace. But also that bothered me because it's like classic socialist communist equal no house.
Yeah.
Which is an annoying thing.
It's just. Again,
it's
I
texted
you about this when in the opposite direction, talking about the domestic abuse stuff.
Yeah.
Talking about when a TikToker who was very pro-Beatles saying, the Beatles are who cares if they were problematic? The Beatles are the best band of all time. It's like, now hold on one second, please.
Because you are means nothing.
The word problematic means nothing. So to equate like John Lennon's, history of emotional abuse and that one time that he did physically abuse his wife with the idea of
at least one, because it could be more.
But saying that is
it seems the implication from Getting Better
is that
the
it
song,
was recurring.
He says it could have just been for the sake of the song, but there's one recorded time seemingly.
Anyway,
I could be wrong.
The idea that like this is like Tumblr problematic is so you are an idiot.
I also
you are not
can't
smart.
even like. Well, first of all, there's no need to dismiss.
It is bad on its own, and it kind of deserves to be talked about.
But also, I will say the fact
that's
also telling the fact that the word problematic just means nothing.
It means anything. It
can mean anything that's bad.
It can mean like had an insensitivity moment to literally abused someone.
Yeah, that's more of a problem with.
No, I'm not, and I'm not blaming.
Society.
I'm not blaming like anybody. I'm just saying like it's so obnoxious the way people talk. The way people talk about this issue in a lot of directions is so ridiculous.
Here's my. I'm gonna not dwell too much longer on this, because I want to have time to do other things. But I will say, I think, when it comes to an artist, especially, like, if they're dead, like, real dead, because some people are really dead.
Yeah, John Lennon is so dead.
He's so dead. I think you can be allowed to listen to them, but here's what I just won't tolerate any type of dismissal of people's concerns of their, horrible, bad things that they've done.
We need to start engaging with these people as people and not as, like icons of something else, of something that they are not.
Yeah, but also, it's like the same thing happens with Michael Jackson to me. They're both very different.
Yeah.
Obviously. But you can still, because these people have had undeniable impact and had undeniable talent. But the fact that people would much rather just, like, instead of listening to legitimate concerns, would much rather just
focus on the impact and the talent.
Just pretend that, like, anybody who doesn't like these things or anybody who's doing these criticisms are doubting the talent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's like some offense. People take it as a personal attack.
Yeah.
It seems more with Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson died more recently.
Yeah, I think it's a fresher wound.
It's a much fresher wound. But you can just recognize. I think you can be allowed to like an artist that has done things that are bad, as long as you're able to recognize it, especially if they're dead, because the money is not going to these people. They are real dead.
An artist can be good, you guys, but like an artist's goodness does not have to come at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
In their lives and in their orbit. And I think that in order to act like that is just like, it's like a necessary casualty or like it's like, you guys are insane. You guys are cuckoo bananas and you need to stop it.
Yeah.
And you need to stop it.
You have to stop. You need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
This has been a very serious talk, but to end this on one thing, I think there's a difference between artists that are alive.
Mm-hmm.
I still think I'm going to have more leeway if you listen to an artist that has done bad things, if you are willing to acknowledge it and to acknowledge that you're giving in some part some money to these people.
Right. If you don't care, though, and the person's still very much alive and very much
chair,
and perhaps even using that money that you give them to abuse and harm more people, you go straight to jail.
Yeah.
You go to jail.
You have to have some type of
consciousness and
awareness,
or I'm
just going to think you're as bad.
Go to jail. Go straight to jail.
Yeah.
Do not collect $200.
So that's my commentary on the John Lennon thing, because I feel like I just have to say it if I'm talking about the Beatles.
Do you want to play a funny sound effect to tonally distinguish?
Tonal distinction.
Yeah.
God, those communists are.
Oh, good. You got to use it.
Yeah, I've been waiting to use those communists are amazing.
Yeah. That's me when I listen to Yoko and John's music.
Yeah, those communists are amazing.
Those communists are amazing.
God, those communists are amazing.
They probably wouldn't identify
anyway,
as
I do
communists.
think anybody who likes the Beatles, listen to Get Back. Watch Get Back.
They probably already have.
Also, unrelated, anybody who wants to listen to the Beatles, look purposefully for anything that is not remastered 2009 version.
Yeah.
Look for anything that isn't. There's a few albums on Spotify that aren't, like the 2018 remastered version of the White Album. Please listen to that. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Let It Be Naked, which is the non-Phil Spector produced version of Let It Be, where it's all their original intended versions. So much better. Totally good. Anything that's not, because 2009 remastered version is the like really horrible stereo audio that people make fun of in Beatles music, where they're like, you got John in one ear and then only the drums in the other ear. It is not how it was originally done.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
It's some
bizarre.
And it's so hard to find.
Bizarre.
It's apparently easier on Apple Music.
Yeah, if you have Apple Music and you care about the Beatles, because this is something I did recently. I just played through their U.S. albums compilation. For some reason, only on Apple Music has a lot of the mono mixes.
Yeah.
A lot of the mono mixes are in Apple Music's U.S. albums compilation.
Mono
I'm sure there are
mixes
more.
Are worlds better.
They're so much better. They actually maybe care and about this music and care about it. So
I don't know what happened with the 2009. And not to say that you can't do stereo well with the Beatles, but it wasn't done well.
No.
It was bad. I'm going to do another anime wow. So that's I'm done with that. I'm going to oh my god, we didn't even get to
what didn't we get to?
Do not collect two. I don't know what you're talking about.
I said do not go to jail, do not collect $200 earlier.
What is that from?
Monopoly.
Oh,
Monopoly.
Is that a new joke on the internet?
No, it's just
That's
something
just
people say. What?
I've never heard that before.
Okay, maybe I'm just quirky and weird, and I didn't even know it.
You're the quirkiest girl I've
Babe,
ever
you're
met.
the silliest goose I've ever
Go to
met.
jail. Do not
Go
collect
to jail.
$20. It's time to talk about your Spotify Wrapped.
Wow.
This is something that's fun and no longer sad, and we're not having sad conversation
Wigless.
anymore. Oh, wait.
Wigless. Thank you.
Oh my god. I have a message for anybody who who does bad things.
Okay.
I'm going to say I want to heal.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Should we just lightning round people's fun? What was this surprise?
That was Nikki.
I hate you.
I
What was
won't pull up yours. So I said just that I was going to roast them and I'll make fun of you. Justin didn't. Justin wanted you to be surprised and shocked and think that we were going to be nice. But we're
No.
not nice.
Oh, did I just I guess I didn't say that we were going to do a little bit of roasting.
We are going to do a
And
little
that
bit
is my
of roasting.
fault. I did entrap you, but I won't use names except for my brother. I'm going to name drop my brother.
I will
I'm gonna
drop
name drop
some
my
people
brother.
that I'm going to drop some people just because I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Like people at the station, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that you know.
Okay.
I said on air.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. Some people I don't know that well, I might not say their names. So here's the twist.
I'm so excited.
It's beyond roasting.
Okay.
I will read your artists, and then I will rank out of 10 how much of a misogynist I think you are.
God. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. Okay, yeah. Let's do it. Can we start with
I'll
ourselves?
start.
Can we start with
Me. Me, I am not a misogynist.
Okay, you're not a
I'm definitely a
misogynist.
0. I would say my biggest problem is like, let's see. Because my top are Taylor Swift, St. Vincent, Lady Gaga, Kate Bush, Lana Del Rey. I definitely would say it's a lot of white women.
A lot of white women.
That's
so
my biggest problem.
Maybe work on that.
Work on that. Last year I had a lot less white women. I had very few white women other years. So it was my white woman
So
era.
you're trending
I
whiter.
think I'm mourning when I personally was a white woman.
For
'Cause
that,
I
I
did transgender
might
myself
have to
this
give you
year.
a point of
last
misogyny.
year. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
one.
I'll take a point.
Maybe one.
I'll
But
take a
I'll
point
also-
because it's not very intersectional.
But I'll have to give myself a couple because my top artists, and this is Spotify, but also my Apple Music ones aren't that much different. Bon Iver, Taylor Swift, Bjork. I don't know how Bjork got to number 3, but I guess she did. Porches and Haim.
I'll give you a 3.
Okay.
You get a 3.
No people of color.
I'm getting a 2.
No people of color.
Yeah.
And 2 men, unfortunately. But
I have no
the white man Bon Iver, according to Nicki
that's
Minaj.
the white man.
That's the white man Bon Iver.
That's the white man, Bon
The
Iver.
white man.
So that's us.
That's us.
I'll give myself
We've laid
a
it
2.
all
I'll
on the
give
table.
You a 3.
The differences for Apple Music, I think Madonna's in there, Solange is in there, Remy Wolf is in there for sure for Apple Music, and that's really, I think, those are the major differences.
Got you.
That's about it.
I'm gonna start reading people.
Let's do it. Hit me.
Future, I'm assuming general manager, Aiden, Cash Monet.
Wow.
We got Blade, we got Playboy Cardi, Death Grips, Animal Collective, Kanye West. I'm gonna have to give you a 9.
A 9? A full 9?
Well,
I'm
you're
going
a
with a
fan-
10. I think I'm
You're
going with a 10. I'm going with 10.
I think we can get worse.
10 on the misogyny scale.
I think we can get worse, but this is definitely classic Fantano core style misogyny.
Yeah.
I know you to not do this, to my understanding, but you definitely would look at my Spotify Wrapped and then think I have no brain cells. You know?
I don't know if you hate women, but you might have
You
some little
definitely
problems
are type of this Spotify Wrapped.
Spotify rights.
Spotify
rights.
Ripe and fresh
Ripe
for the picking. You think that pop music is a? Did you do tongue pop?
I cracked my knuckle and it like registered on mic. Wow,
did. That was really
that was a
impressive.
clean one. Okay.
Yeah, your Spotify Wrapped hates pop music, but in a way that's really derogatory.
Ooh. But also parody, satire, parody. We don't actually hate you.
Yes, this is all just based on your artist. This is not on you personally.
Yeah.
This is what
This
you're,
is the
what you're
the persona
conveying.
the persona that you
Yes.
project to the
Yes,
world.
that you're projecting.
I've got a couple we can do.
Do you want to bounce back and forth? Or
Yeah,
should
sure.
I speed through mine and then you speed through yours?
Let's bounce back and forth because I'm
Okay.
assuming there will also be a lot of overlap
Sure.
for the two of us. I would like to start with my brother.
All right,
My
Thomas.
brother Tommy. Are you ready?
Thomas.
Okay.
Okay.
Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
No Name.
Okay.
Brent Fayaz.
Okay.
Pink Pantheress.
Pink Panther.
Digga D and Nux.
I'm gonna give this a 6
I'm gonna give this a 6 as well.
Maybe
I'm
a
gonna give this
5?
maybe a 6.5.
because No Name is a very woke choice.
No Name is a very woke choice. Yes.
like No Name?
I don't really know a lot about these people.
I know some.
I'm glad
I
you know more
most
than
of
I
these
do.
artists. Just classic.
Yeah. Classic
trendy.
Classic trendy music for boys.
music
I'd say.
for boys.
I'm
but
sure.
I'd say he's a little bit with No Name through me. I'm gonna say he's more intellectual, but also what's telling is depending. Tyler the Creator can go both ways.
Tyler the Creator can absolutely go
because
both ways.
there's so much duality there.
Yes.
It can really go anything.
I know. I want to say this on air because I refuse to acknowledge this. I know for a fact Tommy's Pink Pantheress era is real. I'm really quite frightened by it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say I'm genuinely afraid of it a little bit.
Okay.
I do not know how it happened. I'm almost as afraid of it as I am of his
Did you listen to her EP?
No, I did. I forgot
I didn't
to.
either.
I forgot to. but
come back to that.
his UK grime rap era is also quite frightening.
Yeah, that is
and
quite
I'm
scary.
afraid of it, and that's
Yes.
why I'm
That's why
docking
this
up
is a
the misogyny
6.
points.
Yeah.
I'm adding more points.
Because it keeps you, I'm
Yeah.
adding more. I'm
Yeah.
going to do Erica because Erica sent me the image. Hi, Erica. So for artist, number 1, Ariana Grande, Glass Animals, Arctic Monkeys, Taylor Swift, One Direction. I'm going to give this a 4
Yeah.
because
A few too many men, it's
few
two
too
groups
many-
of men,
yes.
and the groups of men that are on there all are mostly white men.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know anything about Glass Animals anymore. I get the sense that
depends on what the Glass Animals era
Yeah,
is.
I get the sense
Number
that-
1 is Heat Wave, so I will have to kill you.
Oh yeah, I get the sense that Glass Animals, at least in this current era, have very unshowered vibes, and I don't love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, your number 1 song being Heat Waves, Erica. I'm sorry, we both hate this song.
Yeah,
with a
I
passion.
despise Heat
I make
Waves.
fun of it all the time. Oh, do you want to hear my impression of Heat Waves?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about you.
I want this. I think that's the big impediment to me actually liking Glass Animals more than just a little bit. Is what is that guy's accent?
He sounds-
What is that voice?
He sounds a lot better and like a little bit quirkier
In his earlier
in a
albums,
good way.
yes.
And then he went into throat.
He sold
He's
out. He sold
throaty.
out on this new album. It's too bad.
I haven't listened to the third song's also by Glass Animals, but I haven't listened to it.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't count. I'd say One Direction's bringing you up.
Really?
Taylor Swift's bringing you up. Yes, because One Direction, if you listen to One Direction as an adult, you're not very likely to be a misogynist.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Harry Styles different. Harry Styles is
Okay.
different.
Yes.
One Direction
Harry Styles
is different than Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Arctic you're just stuck in your you're giving me very you care very much for Tumblr.
Yeah. You had your Tumblr
know?
music era, and you were
They're
clinging
British.
to it.
Okay, Arctic Monkeys are British.
Yeah.
So that's what the accent is.
No, that I knew. It's
Oh.
Glass Animals is the thing where I don't
I
understand.
meant Glass Animals are British.
I know they're British, but like even for British people, that
That's
accent
true.
is very
British
weird.
people are quirky girls. But this is mostly fine.
Yeah.
This is mostly fine. Ariana Grande, I understand. I will say that depending on... There are no songs from Positions on the top songs.
That's fine. Because those aren't
so
good.
I'm going to assume
'Cause
that you
those
were
ones aren't
only
the good
listening
ones.
to Sweetener, Erica, even though I know you don't
Hey, do you
like
want to, before I turn this around, do you want to see something?
What is it?
Look at it.
I've used that one.
Oh, good.
There's an affirmation, and it's a picture with of Taylor Swift, and it says, "I am not daily misgendered."
Not daily misgendered.
Isn't that good? Thank you, Erica. Positions isn't that good, but I also know you don't like Sweetener, so again, you are being sent
Yeah.
to the chair.
It was
I
going to
don't
add some
make
points for
rules.
because as you know that's Ariana's Black Woman album, and so as you
yeah, if
can't
you don't like that,
you
yeah.
don't like Black women, and that's too bad for you.
So you give me somebody now.
All right, friend from high school.
Who is
She did
it?
not provide me a lot.
Who's this?
Ruby,
Oh,
top
yes.
artist, Radiohead.
Yeah, of course.
So what do we think?
This is docking you up pretty high. Is that all she said?
That's all. That's all I received from
if,
Ruby.
if all you get is Radiohead, that's 10.
That's a 10.
That's 10.
A full 10.
That's a full 10.
Okay.
It depends on the Radiohead album, but I've seen her content. I've seen her work.
Okay.
She really likes Radiohead.
She
It's a
loves
10.
Radiohead. I know Gorillaz
10.
was on the list.
Yep.
I'm remembering now. Gorillaz, Butthole Surfers.
Wow.
Uh,
What an array.
yeah, those are the three I
That's
remember.
fun.
Was Radiohead, Gorillaz,
I'm-
and Butthole
it's-
Surfers.
I'm-
So it's a
I'll
full
bring-
10.
I'll bring you down to a 9
For
because I think
Gorillaz?
Gorillaz is just for non-binary people. So,
Yeah.
but the Radiohead, I know how much.
Yeah.
I've seen how much she likes
Okay.
Radiohead. You're
I have
a
I have
guy.
a dear friend to roast after yours. So
Okay. Rosa, who worked at this lovely station right here, just said, "Lord, I'm gonna say that's a 4."
a 4 on the misogyny scale.
I'm just saying 4. Rosa, I think wrote a piece in the Diamond back about how she didn't like solar power, which I
Okay.
disagree with. But it was also not invalid.
Okay.
But it made me sad.
Yeah, I'd say 4 is good. I'd say that
4 is good.
sometimes Lord does give
Especially, well, if you don't like solar power, that brings you down to a 3.
Yeah, I would say
Even
that
I like solar power,
I would
so
say
that
that
makes me more
Lord-
misogynistic.
Lord sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes gives off not like other girls energy.
Yes.
So yeah, I'd say
So I'm
that's
gonna
about
say
a 4.
4.
Yeah. I don't know who this person is. I don't think you know who this person is. I don't
Let me
think the artist.
Oh, the artist.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is, but I'm judging this based off of this Apple Music cover of what this man looks like, and he's ugly.
Okay.
Willow's top artist
Okay.
is Felly.
I don't know.
I do not know who that is.
I'm not gonna-
Top song is Heartstrings by Felly. This is what this person looks like, though. So,
Oh God, 10.
I would say, I'd say a 10 on the you get a 10 on the misogyny scale for that.
Oh, it's a white guy rapper. 10.
10. Sorry, Willow. 10 out of 10 on the misogyny scale.
From Connecticut.
10.
That's an 11.
10.
That's an 11.
11.
That's an 11. You're from Connecticut.
Is he a brunette naturally?
Yes.
Don't look it up. It's not worth it. It's not worth looking it up again. You got another?
We're both gonna get Fiona out of the way. Our friend Fiona.
Oh
said
yeah, so
ABBA,
this counts for both of us.
course.
Yeah, of
ABBA
course.
3.
3.
I think nobody who listens to ABBA.
That's
hates
true, and
Fiona.
I think the ABBA guys. I think the fact that the ABBA guys are more well known than the women in ABBA is definitely to
Is that
me.
true?
Oh yeah.
The men are more
Because
well-known?
they went on to do other stuff. I guess.
I didn't
but
know.
still-
All I know is that those ladies, she got nice blonde hair.
She got a nice one, yeah, but like Benny and Bjorn, I guess it's partially because like they actually wrote the stuff, but like they
Got it.
went on to write other things. I
Got
think
it.
they wrote a musical or two. So, and the fact that it's not the women out there succeeding
But
using
this
their
is
ABBA fame.
But this is ABBA.
It
This
is
is them as
ABBA.
a collective.
Yeah, but still.
We're not talking about Bjorn.
No, we're not. But
We're
I'm saying
talking about ABBA.
because of what ABBA represents and what ABBA they used ABBA to, what people used ABBA
Oh,
to
yeah.
platform often to, maybe 3.5.
Okay.
On the misogyny scale.
That's your choice.
Ooh, computer notification.
Oh, yeah, that was completely candid.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, computer.
All right, that was you bringing that up? Wigless.
Yes.
I'm gonna knock 2 people from my middle school past out of the way if my phone will start cooperating with me. Okay.
Roaches is for anybody who's a misogynist.
So I got two guys. They are twins.
Okay.
They did a summer
That's
camp with
scary.
me once.
Are
and
they
still-
identical?
Yes.
That means they're terrifying.
Yeah. They've got some interesting music taste.
Okay.
Some people I've never heard of. So I'm gonna. They both gave me. One of them gave me 2. One of them gave me 5. I'm gonna count. And since they both really overlap, I'm just gonna do one of theirs. So their top artist was an artist I've never ever heard of called DJ Sabrina the Teenage DJ. I think this person
That's
just makes
great.
house music. I think it's just like straight up house music. I do not know anything about this artist. I think it's just house music.
Has Tony? Did Tony?
I have
know?
no
Has Tony
idea who this.
reviewed?
No, I don't think this is
know.
Fantano Core. I think these are just 2 dudes with cool music, with like interesting music taste.
see.
Prince,
Okay.
Kanye,
Oh boy.
The Clash, and MIA.
Ooh.
And the only other, and then there's
Interesting.
on the other twins list. The only other difference was Nas.
Okay.
So
Kanye brings you up as always.
yeah, I'd say having
Um,
Kanye starts you at a 4.5.
Always starts you at a 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then I feel like anybody who listens to any type of classic rock, that's going to bring you up a point. So I'm going to give you a 5.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You're gonna okay. So
That's a
we're gonna give this guy a
Maybe
5,
five.
around 5. I can agree with
Yes.
that. But I am so charmed and entertained by an artist named DJ Sabrina the Teenage DJ
Yeah,
that
that's
I
great.
can't really be too mad about
That's
it.
great.
Uh,
That's good.
Who else you got?
1 second.
Wow.
That's my Owen Wilson.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. Who else you got?
Oh, I go to open my phone back up because I closed it. I got Big Thief. That's like a 4.
Who was that?
That's Joe.
Oh, Joe. Who?
Joe. What's your last name? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I think yeah.
Oh, we got Jamie. Jamie said Dorian Electra, The Garden, and Charlie XCX. I need to be bullied. You don't need to be
You-
bullied because you're already gay.
You've been
You're
bullied
fine.
enough.
You're just gay. That's fine.
Read
a
that off
little
again?
bit.
Who's the Garden?
The Garden is like they're like one of those like indie boy bands, but like just like
Oh, okay.
indie. They kind of yell. They yell a little bit. I
okay.
like The Garden. I like their
Um,
newest album.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a 3.
I think that's I'm gonna give it like this. Maybe same as me. Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
maybe.
only
Like,
because
a little bit white. We got some men in there.
I think, but
I
also,
will say, men who are fans of The Garden
Uh-huh.
are a problem.
Sure.
That's a red flag to me.
and men who are fans of Charlie XCX are also a problem. But
Yeah,
you know,
they
if you're
they can also
if you're
be.
a girl or a
But this
gay,
is
and
a
well, no,
girl-
no, only the
not-
girls.
no,
only the girls
'cause
can like
gay,
Charlie
you know,
XCX.
yeah,
Gays
gay
are
men
rotted
who,
and gutted.
Like Charlie XCX have the potential to do.
Oh God! Here's a music news tidbit, but only tangentially. Licorice Pizza at AFI is sold out already.
Man, I didn't buy tickets
it's
yet.
playing for a week.
When?
Only a week. Christmas.
All of it?
It's limited engagement. And the first Saturday, the Saturday
Can you
premiere, it
squeeze
is
me in there?
probably not.
No.
It's sold out.
All of it?
The Saturday premiere is sold out.
Oh, just the Saturday premiere?
I don't know about the other showtimes, but the Saturday
Well,
premiere is sold out.
I'm gonna find.
So there's your warning, friends. If you wanted to see Licorice Pizza premiere at the AFI this Saturday, too bad.
When are you gonna see it on one of those days?
Eventually, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see if I have time.
I'll see it whenever you see it.
So you said Jamie.
That was Jamie.
I'm gonna share my friend, a friend and acquaintance from my Japanese class at MC.
Okay.
Because I told you this yesterday. Death Grips, Kara Kara
boy.
Bonito, Mitski, Kate Bush, and Animal Collective.
That's the 6.
Yeah, I think
That's a
I think the
6.
Death Grips is putting you pretty
Death
high
Grips
on the
brings you
misogyny
pretty
scale.
high
But I know for you personally, the Kate Bush probably
Kate
brings
Bush
you about
also
right back
brings
down.
it right back down.
Yeah.
Mitski,
Mitski, I'd say would also kind of balance it out.
balances out
Kara
quite a
Bonito
bit.
for me really balances it out.
Yeah, but it's still a 6 because you still got Death Grips in there.
Yeah, that's
it's still
major, and that's
Fantano
major.
Core as a whole.
Yeah. I've got a lot
embodied.
of people who just said K-pop, which is straight 10. Sorry.
Yeah.
Straight 10.
Straight 10.
Straight up 10.
We
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what it is.
We gotta
Straight
do
10.
our beloved cast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Manskin.
Maneskin. Manskin.
Fall Out Boy, Doja Cat, Green Day. Is that just Japan? What is this? Japan? You know anything about that?
I have never heard of
We
that
don't know
group
what that
before
is,
in my
never
life.
mind. But Fall Out Boy and Green Day bring you up pretty high.
Ooh.
And
How high?
I'm gonna this would without Doja Cat would be a 7, but I'm gonna bring it down with Doja Cat to be like a 6.
Okay. Sure.
So that's how misogynistic
Someone
you are.
from Blair, who I don't know, said Solange 0. You get a 0.
Oh, just Solange? Yeah, that's
Just
0.
Solange is a 0.
You're not,
It's
you're
0.
not
Perfect. You're
misogynistic.
perfect. You're perfect.
You're
You're
fine.
perfect to
You're
me.
perfect.
Rose top artist. She only gave me her top artist being One Direction.
Yeah, that's like a 1.
It's a 2 because it's all men.
That's true.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
again, if you listen to One Direction, it
Also,
doesn't mean that you're a
also apparently it happened on accident. So
I
yeah.
don't believe you.
Yeah.
I think you did this on purpose.
You heard it
You
here
knew
first.
what you're doing, and
Jem
you're
said-
lying on. You're
Jem says
lying
that
to make yourself feel better. But there's no shame.
Rose telling lies
Yeah,
to
there's
herself.
no shame.
Rose telling
You know
herself
exactly how
lies.
this happened.
Did you get Kame's? No, I got Kame's.
You got Kame.
Kame's top artists are Ariana Grande, SZA, Bad Bunny, Girls' Generation, and Kali Uchis.
That's like a 2.
Yeah, that's
like a
a
2.
nice, very well-rounded list.
Yeah.
Yeah. The right amount of K-pop, which is 1, and it's only Girls' Generation, so that's
Yeah,
okay.
which is fair.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
Going to
think we
like.
both have to talk about JT,
Okay,
high
sure,
school?
sure.
who did 21 Pilots, Wallows. I don't know who that guy is.
Takeharu Ishimoto. I don't know who that is either. Weezer.
Weezer. and
Weezer
Kanye
is an
West.
interesting inclusion to me.
This is a 10.
It's
This is
a 10?
10. 10
That's
on
a
the
10?
misogyny scale.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 21 Pilots is pretty bad.
Oh, Takeharu Ishimoto did the soundtrack for a video game called
Oh, yeah,
The World Ends with You, and I
Oh,
really
yeah,
like.
that's-
I mean, I really like that soundtrack, so I won't. I mean, I can agree that it's
It's a 10.
but I do love the
It's a
soundtrack,
10.
and now that I know that it's here on Apple Music, I'm going to add it to my library. Thank
Good for you.
you.
I'm happy for you.
it's a
but
really
Weezer,
good
you got
soundtrack.
Weezer, 21 Pilots, and Kanye West.
Death,
and Wallows,
Electric Chair.
That's.
Electric
I'm sorry.
Chair.
Respectfully, that is a 10.
Got someone on here from Blair, just Fiona Apple.
That's like a 1.
It's like a 1. It's a
You don't
1.
apologize.
White woman. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's whatever. We'll give it a pass.
But
'cause Fiona.
she's but
Fiona's woke.
Fiona's
woke.
very, you
Fiona
know,
has a land acknowledgement on her album, so she's
yes,
woke.
She's very smart.
Yeah. You got anybody else?
Nope.
Yeah, I
That's
think
everybody.
I think that's everybody. Julie Joseph says your mom. You're going to hell
You're
for
going
that
to
one.
hell.
You're going to hell for that
I'm
one.
going to quickly compare. Should we do albums or songs? Let's do albums.
I feel like we could do both.
Let's do best albums.
Let's do albums first, and then if we have time, we can do songs.
I'm going to quickly speed through. I'm just going to give it a simple yay or nay.
Give it a once over.
We're going to start with Pitchfork. I'm just comparing Pitchfork and I'm going to do their top 10.
Okay.
Pitchfork and versus.
First of all, just watching you speed
Rolling
through.
Stone.
Watching you speed through this, I'm already surprised that Faye Webster is that low.
This is I'm starting at number 1.
Jasmine Sullivan. Interesting.
That's the R&B lady who got nominated for all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think
I've not listened to
she was
it.
the one who was doing this fun little thing where on her Instagram story, she was like, "Just tell me a secret and I'll post it.
I
I'll
like
post
that.
it for fun." That's really interesting. I guess this makes me want to listen to
Did
this
you
album.
listen to this album?
I did not, but I
you
probably will.
just
I will now.
Said you didn't.
I
Maybe
will
I
now.
will. Lorraine.
Fatigue.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Tyler the Creator's number 3.
Ooh, okay.
That's fair. Something I don't care about.
What is it?
Something I don't care about.
What is it?
I don't. Do you know?
No,
I don't care.
don't.
Something I don't know. Something I
I've
don't know.
heard of I've heard of Lowe's. Hey, what? My manager
I've
talked
heard of
about
some
it.
of these things, but I don't care.
I also I think go down.
Playboy Cardi.
Is it the Weather Channel?
What?
Up.
That is.
It is the Weather Station. That's another one that I've heard good things about that I've
Yeah.
wanted to listen to and just forgot
Don't
to
care.
listen to it. I don't know what that is, but interesting.
A
I thought
Lot of
people
Red
I
is
thought
number
people
9.
didn't like that
People
one.
didn't like it.
That's really interesting.
Dry cleaning. Yeah, there's nothing I care about. Oh,
Put
11.
Faye Webster in the top 10. Put Faye Webster in the top 10 right
Yeah,
now,
how
you
dare you.
cowards.
I know,
Put her in the
funny,
top 10.
haha. I
Put her in
still
the top
haven't listened to
10.
that.
Put her in the top 10. What's going on
Japanese
here?
Breakfast 14.
I can't-
Snail Mail 15.
A lot of people care about the Japanese Breakfast album more than I do. Good for them. I think the Japanese Breakfast album
Sours
is fine.
21.
Sure, okay. As an album, yeah, I'll take that.
I'm thinking about all the things that the average people would know.
Indigo D'Souza.
That's a
She's in right now. I don't know anything about her.
Alchemist.
I don't like that album cover very much.
Well,
People care a lot about
Little
Little
Sims 29. I like Little Sims.
I feel like people think that should be higher. I don't really care for Little Sims.
30 is 32.
No, that's wrong to me.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Wrong.
That's incorrect.
Adele fetched the bolt cutters. No,
Oh,
she didn't.
get out of here.
Hell.
No.
I'm just sorry.
No way.
I'm sorry. Can I get it? It's unforgivable.
Wait, I just remembered something funny.
What is that?
Do you want to? Did you see the clip of her doing a Nikki Tutorials video where she said the only time she ever posted on Instagram was the one where she did the Jamaica thing? Was the one of her in Bantu knots, and then that's the only time that she was allowed to be in charge of her Instagram, and she posted that herself, and her team immediately took her Instagram privileges away from her. That's so funny. That is so funny to me. Classic.
There's very little and there's almost nothing else that I cared about. It's all classic Pitchfork core.
Interesting.
So boring.
I've heard of some of these things though. I've definitely heard of them.
50,
I should listen to them.
This is Rolling Stones. It's still loading because it's very slow.
The Rolling Stone website is, again, it's so choked with ads and stuff that it's like impossible to navigate. I hate it.
I know, it won't even load at all.
Hate it.
So we have that to look forward to. Should I look at something that has loaded? So oh, okay. So this is Pitchfork. Their songs. Number 100 is Halsey. I'm not a woman. I'm a god. A song I love.
Yeah.
I love that song. That's. I'm gonna scroll down until I see something I care about. Doja Cat. Get Into It. Yeah. 94.
Huh.
I like that one because it's not produced by Dr. Luke, so that's given a thumbs up by me. City Girls. Twerkulators up here. I'm still mad at the City Girls. I don't care for them. They're good, though. They're, talented.
Yeah.
But I don't care for, I would say I don't care for the homophobia, and I'd say I don't care about the...
They had a big concert during...
Huge concert.
Pre-vaccine, which is not great. I forgot that Rostam song's on there. I think I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to that album. I forget about it, though. Sometimes.
This is mostly just, Pitchfork core. Oh, one of them Lucy
I don't remember that one.
I vaguely do. Normani, Wildside.
Normani. Come get your girl.
Anything else interesting?
Not really. The most interesting
Montero's
parts...
62. I think that should be higher.
I think check the top 10. The top 10 was kind of interesting.
Okay.
I'm
just going to scroll until I see anything I think is interesting.
No, I just remembered.
Best Friend.
Ew, bad. But
song's bad.
I just remembered that I think the number 1 was very interesting.
Oh, 52 is Happier Than Ever. I feel like I vaguely remember what it is.
I don't remember if I told you or not.
Good Ones already is 45 by Charlie XCX, a song I love. I
Peaches
cannot believe
bad.
Peaches is on
Bad.
here.
Bad. Really bad.
There's no
really bad.
There's no good words I have to say about that song. That's 42. Breadwinner, another song I do not like at all.
Shouldn't be on here at all.
41.
Sorry,
I really I like. There's maybe
just keep going.
To Be Loved. That's a good one from Adele's album.
Sure.
The Playboy Cardi song. Kiss Me More is 35. That's a Dr. Luke song. I can't forgive that. One of the
people
Jessie Ware.
they love that Jessie Ware.
I forgot her name.
Oh, she's on here. Azalea's on here.
Azalea's F Him All Night. This song, I like it. I know you hate it, but I like it.
I hate it so much.
I think it's fun. Pink Panther is just for me. That one's for Tommy. Baby
Shout
King,
out Tommy.
Family Ties. I still think that song's so silly.
Top of the morning.
That's a different song, I think.
Oh,
Good Days. SZA.
Yeah.
SZA, Faye Webster. I know I'm funny. Haha, 19.
That should be hard to me.
18 Thought S Word by Megan Thee Stallion.
Thought
S Word with a Big Thief song. Like I Used To is 12. I love Like I Used To. Sharon Van Etten and Angel Sin. 11 Japanese Breakfast.
That's a good one.
Sweet. I still haven't listened to that album.
That's fine.
10 is Deja Vu. Love that song. Favorite song from that album. From Sour. Snail Mail. Haven't listened to it.
That's way too high to me. I'm sorry. Working for the Knife is so boring to me.
I found every song Mitski's released so far.
That one shouldn't be that high. That should not be that high. That should not be that high.
6 is Lumberjack, which is weird. That's like a fun song by Tyler the Creator, but put Sweet. I thought you wanted to dance up here. Don't be boring. White Dress is number 5. I love that song.
I knew that one would be on there. They love that one.
They love that song. Number 1 is Carry the Little Pull. I actually haven't listened to that song.
I don't get it. This one, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't get it.
I haven't listened to it.
I do not get it.
We'll come back when I've listened to it.
It's very minimal. It's very punchy, and I don't get it.
I will give 1 minute for Rolling Stone's best albums to load, or else I will give up.
I can also try it on my phone, maybe.
You could. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Well, I mean, I don't think about it because it's also a nightmare to run on mobile, on a mobile browser.
If I'm going to end the show here for anybody on YouTube. And if you wanted to hear more, 5 minutes more, then listen live then next time.
Listen live then, loser.
All right, thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week. We'll talk about our best,
We'll talk
our
about
favorites, our personal
stuffs.
favorites from what we heard this year. So thank you for tuning in. I'm cutting it off after this sound
Give it a little
bite
clap.
right here. I'm doing that.
Don't miss it.